why minimalism? Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by the contents of your home? I was on my own personal journey trying to find ways to motivate myself to be able to simplify the belongings in my home and lighten the load that seemed to be absolutely crushing me. Then I found minimalism. It has saved me time, energy, money, and there are so many benefits. Minimalism has completely changed my life, and I believe it can change your life too. Minimalism looks different for everyone, and there's no one size fits all. And so I'm going to go over 5 categories today on the different benefits of minimalism and why you might consider to start or continue your journey toward minimalism. Be sure to stick to the end because there will be a bonus that you don't want to miss. It'll be the best one, so be sure to stick to the end. So the first benefit of minimalism is you can learn to be content, and you can be content with what you have. You don't have to always feel like you are behind. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't even have to have that pressure. Like, there is no reason. Once you finally decide, you know what? I think that minimalism is for me. Your journey to minimalism doesn't have to look like mine. You are on your own personal journey. I hope I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to cheer you on, but it's going to look different for everyone. And so as you decide to be content with what you have, you're going to spend less money. And anyways, there's so many things. So we will see how this goes. So I'm going to break this down into 5 categories on how the benefits are just insane and why I think that you should consider becoming a minimalist yourself. Okay, so let's get into number 1. All right, so I'm going to break down the 5 benefits of minimalism into 5 categories, and then I also have a bonus one at the end, so make sure to stick around for all 5 and to also get that bonus tip. Okay, so the first benefit of minimalism is you learn to be content with your life. You are excited, you are happy. You don't need the newest things. You don't need the newest fashion, all the sale items that keep on going on that make you feel as if you don't buy this thing right now, it is going to be gone forever and you are losing at life. But no. You are saving money when you don't participate in those sales. If you didn't need that item yesterday, what changed that you needed it today? Don't participate in things that make you feel like you're not enough and that you have to be doing more. The second thing is having less equals less mess. You honestly don't have to continue to clean up the things that you are able to let go of. It's kind of simple. When you're able to let go of the excess that is continually just going through your home and you're able to pull things out of circulation and you're able to realize, you know what? I don't want to clean this item again. It does not make sense in this house, especially if you have young kids. I ended up getting rid of a lot of the things that made huge messes, and I stuck to a couple, and my daughter is able to clean those up by herself, and I'll help her clean them up. But we've been able to come up with a really good system to where she's able to clean up her room by herself. She loves helping mommy clean. We get up and we sing a song. We're like, hey, let's clean. And she will clean her room, and she doesn't get overwhelmed by it. And she's 3 years old, and she's already learning how to take care of herself and be able to find joy in being able to manage our surroundings and being able to live in a peaceful surrounding. You do not need to live in chaos. There's no reason for that. Our minds love things being structured and peaceful, and so being able to be in control of certain spaces, there are so many things we don't have control over, but your space is actually something you do have control over. If there's certain things and certain spaces that keep on becoming out of control, are there things that you can move up or move out of the way that can make that a lot easier, that space a lot easier to maintain and clean? Something to think about. So yeah, less stuff equals less mess. Have less mess. Woo. Okay, moving on to the third. So we are able to be a conscious buyer and save lots of money when we become a minimalist. I like to define myself as a minimalist. I still like to buy a couple cute little things for fall. I usually have a little small budget, and I do not buy things that I don't think that I'm going to use long term. I don't buy quick things that I'm just going to want to get rid of tomorrow. So I'm able to be more conscious about the way I spend my money. I don't go to the thrift store and just buy a ton of shirts because they're on sale. If I don't love it, I'm not going to wear it. I might wear it once, I might wear it twice, but most of the time I'm not able to find what I want at those places. And so I end up not being able to fully enjoy those items. Whereas if I go to another place and I see it and it's at full price, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to buy it at full price, but I absolutely love this item. I will get so much more use out of the item that I love and that I pay full price for than the item that I didn't really love, but I got it on a deal, so I put it in my closet. And just to kind of be like, oh, I mean, I spent money on it, it's fine, it's just another item. It's not technically an option for me, so I don't need to spend my money on those things. And I actually love having a smaller wardrobe to where I'm able to find exactly what I want and what makes me feel good and what looks good on my body. And I would encourage you to do the same, to be able to find the items that make you feel that you're beautiful and that you are going places in confidence. Yes, minimalism can save you time, it can save you money, and just realizing that, oh my goodness, I don't have to buy everything. I can just have what I have now, and I can be so excited about that. Have you ever spent so much time looking for something because you have no idea where it is, and your house is complete chaos, and your kid could have taken it and put it somewhere, and you have no idea because your house is so in a place that is just not where you can find things easily, and so it's just super overwhelming. Moving on to the next thing, minimalism saves you time. Oh my goodness, this is such a big one for me. I have ADHD and I lose things so easily, and when I had a messy, chaotic space, I couldn't even think of the first place that I misplaced such and such item. There have been multiple times where I was getting ready for school and I would misplace a book and I had to repurchase it. And then not much later, all of a sudden I would find the book. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally remember putting it there. Minimalism was a huge blessing when it came to saving me time, not having to look for things, not having to research sales, not having to feel like I wasn't enough and that I couldn't do enough and that I didn't have enough time in the day. Just being content with not doing as much and saving that time for my kids and my husband and being able to actually value my time. Okay, and now the next one is it saves you energy. Now this is a big one. When you realize all the energy you have to put forth into cleaning and to trying to find things and trying to organize things, because I mean, obviously the less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to organize, and it makes it a lot easier to organize when there's less. But there's less energy that you have to put into it when there is less. So when you finally take the time to declutter, then all of a sudden you have less to worry about. And so there's less emotional and physical energy you have to put towards your items. And this also goes into so many different aspects of different, where do you want to spend your energy with your emails? Do you want to unsubscribe to tons of different ones that seem to be just filling your inbox with junk? Like, what is going on? It's time to take back our lives and to just let go of things that don't really fit us in this current state of life. Okay, so now that I have talked about the 5 benefits of minimalism, I hope that you guys got some good notes out of that and that you guys were able to relate to that, and that you might even be considering, oh, minimalism would be a great way for me to be able to fix some of the aspects of my life that I feel like I am sinking in and I feel like I cannot get above water. And so now we're just going to move into the bonus tip, okay? So the bonus tip is, if you realize that minimalism affects all of us and it affects so many areas of our lives, you realize that it can also have a big effect on your health and your relationships. So this is kind of a 2-in-1, but I mean, they can also be put separately. When you realize that minimalism can help your relationships, because all of a sudden you don't have as much stress, you don't have to do as much, you're able to have more brain capacity, you're able to do more, and all of a sudden you're a lot happier as a mom, as a wife, as a sibling, as a child. Like, you're just a lot happier just wherever you are in life, and you're able to give more energy to relationships around you. And especially if there's a relationship that you very much value and it's been struggling, decide to let go of things that are holding you back from that, and realize that this stuff is not more valuable than your relationship. For me, it's not more valuable than the relationship with my children. I don't want to be a grumpy mom because I have to take care of tons of stuff and I have to constantly be cleaning and constantly feeling like I'm overwhelmed. And then when something happens or an explosion happens, instead of completely shutting down and just, I cannot believe that another thing happened, I'm able to breathe and be like, okay, it's fine. And I clean it up and I'm able to manage my emotions a lot better. And there's just been so many benefits that I've seen in my own journey and in my own health that I have just absolutely loved. And I think that you guys would be able to see these benefits too. And one more thing I want to touch on is when you are letting go of your stuff, I would honestly urge you to just let it go to someone who actually needs it. Now, there are very few items, if they range depending on what number works for you. I'd say maybe like $50 and more maybe takes the time to sell. But if you're going after every single dollar, it is going to be very hard for you to be able to make decisions and to be able to get the stuff out of your house. And honestly, you're not going to be able to make the progress that you want to see if you're so focused on that, because when things don't move out of your home, you're probably going to lose the motivation and lose your momentum. And it's very important to keep up your motivation and momentum as you go throughout these projects, because decision fatigue is a real thing. And when you have that, you're not able to minimize and be able to improve in certain areas that you are just wishing that you could. Just know that you're able to make small changes every day that will be able to lead to a better you, a better version of you, the person that you want to become. You only need to become a little bit better than who you were yesterday. You only need to make little changes in your house so that your house is better today than it was yesterday. And I hope that you guys were able to relate to this video and able to realize that, yes, whatever's been holding you back, whatever's been keeping you from moving forward with your decluttering journey, know that you can do this. You got this. You have all the capabilities you need to be able to move forward in life. And I just want to leave that with you, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye.
For more motivation to take control of your space, watch my decluttering playlist. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. And you can also follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!